Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's tour review is going to be a new tool from Icon, one we've been waiting for ever since the SEMA videos. These are the long nose slip joint pliers, 9-inch PLSJ9. So these are going to run you $25 at Harbor Freight. I was curious what that price point was going to be. I actually expected them to be a little bit more, so I think that's a great price point. I ordered me a pair on harborfreight.com. I had to pay like $7 shipping, I think, and I don't even have those yet. These two pairs that I have here aren't the pair that I've got coming to me. I went to my local store. They didn't have any out. They said they didn't have any in the back, but a buddy of mine went to the next town over. They didn't have any out either, but he asked, and they went back to the back and found these. So again, if you go to your Harbor Freight and they don't have them out, it never hurts to ask. They might be able to find some. So he picked me up a pair, not knowing that I already have a pair coming in the mail. But because of that, I'm going to have two pairs. I'm going to do a giveaway of one of mine, so stick around to the end of the video for details for that if you're interested in it. But let's go ahead and go over the packaging first. So we got the Icon, again, long nose slip joint pliers, 9-inch. 3-position slip joint, provides maximum versatility, and then it has cross-hatched and straight-cut teeth for strong grip. Same kind of similarities of the Snap-on. Again, it's pretty much a copy over and over. Shear cutter, it's got that included as well. And then you have that lifetime guarantee that Icon has at Harbor Freight. So I think to me that's where you get into, if you don't mind the handles and all those kinds of things, it's like, yeah, maybe the steel's not going to be the same as the Snap-on or something like that. But a lifetime guarantee is a lifetime guarantee. If this one breaks because the steel isn't quite as good or whatever, if you can go in and get another pair and you only pay $25, then you know that might be a better fit for a lot of you out there. So here's the back side. I'm not going to read all that. If you want to zoom in and pause it and look at those things, you can. It's basically all that same type stuff. And then if I go on down here, we can also see it is designed by Icon Tools in the USA, but then manufactured in Taiwan. So that's where this one's made at. So again, I'll put a link in the description for it. That way you can see if it's in stock at your store, or if you want to order it online, you can. But now let's go ahead. I've got a pair out. We're going to look at it alongside the Snap-on, see if there's really any differences between the two, and then again, hopefully you can decide for yourself if one of them seems better to you or not. That's totally up to you. But more than anything, again, I'm just letting you know that these are now out there and available. I know a lot of people's been waiting for them, but let's go ahead and get in a little bit closer. So as we start the comparison between the Icon and the Snap-on, these are the LN47ACF. That's pretty much the photocopy version of these Icons right here. So that's what it's comparing to. Price difference, of course, is the main thing. $25 for the Icon. These, I think I paid 85 bucks for them on eBay. They usually range between 80 and 100. You might can get a little bit cheaper if you buy a lot of Snap-on tools from a truck or something like that, but that's what they ended up costing me. So price is pretty significant on the difference. As we look into the features of it and those kinds of things, handles is one thing that sticks out to me. The Snap-ons are even a little bit thicker than what I like personally, but the Icons are even thicker than that. If you've had any Icon pliers, you know how thick they are. That's one of the few things I don't like about Icon pliers. It doesn't affect the performance in any way. That's just a personal thing for me. I like really thin dip grips. That's just a personal, preference for me. Some people probably actually like this better than those, so that's just a preference thing. These are a little bit thicker. Now, Snap-on, you can get in different colors. Like here's my 7-inch version with green. They have pink, yellow, I don't even know what all colors, gray, all sorts of colors. So if you actually want a color, black or something like that, Icon pretty much only comes in red. So if you want to pay the price difference just to have some different color handles, that's totally up to you. Again, now these are made in the USA. I don't know anything. I'm not a big steel person. I'm not sure what steel difference. Again, these are made in Taiwan, but again, lifetime warranty, I guess, on both of them. So if it breaks, it breaks. It doesn't really matter if you can turn it in and get a new pair, and other than that downtime factor. So as we get into it, features are all the same. You've got the 3 slip joints right here, one right there. You got that bottom one, the middle one. It's a little bit tight to get into that middle one right there if you don't hit it just right, but it's not a big deal. Here's the Snap-on. I can go to the far one, go to the middle one, go to the other one. I don't know that the middle one seems like it might be a little bit easier to get into on my Snap-on one, but these have also been used a lot versus I just got these out of the package, so that might be something that breaks in. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be. I can kind of feel it loosening up already, so I don't think that that's a big difference, but so just make note of that. They do have the same kind of teeth on them. It has that cross-hatched and then also the straight teeth, so let me kind of get them up close side by side so you can kind of see a comparison of those right beside each other. Hopefully I won't hit my camera. I just did hit my camera, so let me back up a little bit here. So there's the teeth side by side. Again, pretty much identical and similar. You got the same pattern and the same exact spots. I think they even line up pretty much directly with one another, so I don't think you're going to get any kind of a different grip. between the two. I think that the teeth are pretty much identical. And then you get into, there is a shear cutter on these down here at the very bottom. Probably see a little bit better on the back side. You can see that right there. And the Icon has the same exact thing right there. Let me get out some. So here's some 12 gauge solid wire. Stick that in there. Cuts easy. Do it on the snap-on as well. I didn't feel any kind of significant difference with that. So again, grips is basically the only main thing that I see difference. The only one thing that I did notice is in the 100% closed position, in this smallest section right here, you can see the gap between the teeth on that one. And if we go to the gap on the Icon, quite a big difference there. That's the only thing that I see that's a huge difference. And that's only going to come into play when you're trying to grip something, you know, extremely thin and at this, you know, max closed position, because once you start going on out, the jaws still do the parallel action the same as the snap-on right there. But to me, that was the only one significant difference that I so happened to notice as I was looking at them, that you can see my desk through there versus through there. So quite a bit of bigger opening right here on the Icon version compared to the snap-on. Both of them will pick up the quarter. So right there, I just picked up a quarter with the Icon, and then also pick up a quarter with the snap-on version. I've got a little groove built into that, I think. It's a little bit harder actually, which I'm not very good at this, but you can pick up a quarter with both pairs, so that's something that you can do. So again, similarities pretty much all the same. Grips a little bit different thickness, different colors as well. And then that right there is the only significant thing that I saw. That's the only main differences between the two. They're very, very similar. And then again, of course, that price point is the most significant of all. So how do I use these pliers? Me personally, I'm not an auto mechanic or anything like that. I think that that's kind of what these are geared for. But as you get into, if you want to look at, if you have a bolt or something like this, here's how I end up using mine a lot, is actually I use mine going in and getting a hold of stuff like this. So with a pair of regular needle nose pliers, this is why the parallel jaws are so important sometimes. If I'm going in and I need to get something and I put a pair of needle nose on there, they just continue to flare out. So as I go up that nut right there, I've got a little bit bigger gap at the top. I'm really only engaged in a couple teeth right there, versus if I use something like the Icon. Let me flare this on out. I can go in and grab this, and because those jaws stay parallel, now I've got like almost 100% contact all the way around there like that. So again, I don't use this in mechanic situations. I'm not an auto mechanic, but I use it all the time for like reaching in places. And this is just an example. This is a lock nut on an electric box. I use my little ones all the time for stuff like this. I'll go in there and grab, and then that allows me to basically have a lot of teeth on that, and I can just twist that right off and twist it right on and tighten it up. But lots of cases in appliance work and stuff like that where I'm trying to come in and get a nut off of something or something like that, these come in real handy for that. That's what I absolutely love these for. And then again, most needle nose pliers don't have teeth all the way the whole entire thing. These actually have like straight teeth all the way down, but most of them have a big flat surface, versus you can pretty much grab onto something anywhere on these pliers and they will grab just about anything and pull it out. That's why I found these to be extremely useful in my line of work. So again, I think for $25, nobody might want to go buy the snap-ons for $100, not having used a pair of them, not knowing how much you're going to use them. I think I would recommend anybody going and buying a pair of these, put them in your tool bag, use them in situations where you normally use needle nose, and I think you're going to come to find that you really, really like them quite a bit. But again, that's the similarities and the very slight differences of the Icon and the snap-on. So again, it's the Icon long nose slip joint pliers, 9-inch PLSJ9, $25. That's where I think it's this big advantage for it. I mean, by far, that's the biggest thing. I would pick up a pair of these in a heartbeat. And again, I'm going to end up having 2 pairs of these, so I am going to do a giveaway. I'm going to do it the same way I always do it. Basically, in a comment down below, include the hashtag SnapCon with your comment if you want to be entered to win this. If you don't want to be entered and you want to make a comment, just don't put that hashtag in there. And if you don't have that included in your comment, I will keep drawing until I find somebody that has that hashtag. So that's how you get in. I'm also going to do something a little bit different, because obviously these are going to cost me the $25 plus the shipping to someone. So I'm going to try to make that back through YouTube as far as the video. So if you guys could help me out, I'm also not going to do the drawing until this video has 800 likes. So that's what I'm going to shoot for, is 800 likes. Once I hit 800 likes, I will go live. I will give this pair away. I will ship it to whoever it is that wins that based upon whoever has that comment with that hashtag. And again, hopefully that will help push this video more, which will end up making it to where YouTube is basically going to buy this pair and, you know, pay for the shipping and stuff. I'm just so happen to be the person that picked it up. So you're still going to win it and get it for nothing. Ultimately, it just helps me out by not making me be out that kind of money. So let me know in the comments below if you've already picked up a pair of these at your Harbor Freight, especially if you're a person who already had the snap-ons as well. Have you noticed any differences that I didn't notice? Because make sure and put that down below so people can read those in case I missed something. Because again, this is just a first glance thing for me. I've not really studied them. I haven't used these significantly. I have used these quite a bit to know that they are definitely a tool worth having, whether you get the 7-inch and the 9-inch. I use the 9-inch probably the most, but I like the 7-inch because it fits in my pouches a lot better. So, you know, it's one way or the other. It just depends on what you want to do with them. So again, just letting you know more than anything that it's out there, letting you see it right next to the snap-on since I already own that pair. Again, hopefully you can make the right decision on whether or not you want to spend more money or less money. That's totally up to you. But hope it was helpful. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next video.